guys, welcome to my page. I first want to say thank you for taking the time out to watch something that I am doing. My name is Jasmine. Thank you for just watching this video. It's a really quick video that I wanted to bring to you guys because this morning when I woke up, I wasn't planning on doing makeup, wasn't planning on doing anything, but I have lupus and I've been diagnosed with lupus since March of 2012, and so I deal with the butterfly rash. So I woke up this morning and I had a butterfly rash, and I'm like, girl, I cannot go to work like this because I just don't feel comfortable being out in public with my butterfly rash exposed. So I got up this morning, I did my makeup, and I didn't do anything serious. Literally like put foundation on and set it. That's all I did because I was like, I ain't got time for that. I gotta be at work at 8 o'clock and it's like 6:30 and I'm barely awake. So, and I didn't know what the traffic was gonna look like today. So I was like, no, I don't have time for that. So I just did a Sephora trip, and when I did the Sephora trip, I had bought a new foundation. So I was like, I'll just wear the foundation that I had. So the new foundation, I should say. Put it on. Halfway through, I noticed that it was still, like, you can see through the foundation, and that it was, you can still see the rash through the foundation. If you don't know what a butterfly rash looks like, I will insert a picture somewhere through here so you can see exactly what it looks like. So it was still peering through, and I was like, oh no, I can't do that. I need to like fix it. So I had to wash my face and start all over. Without further ado, let me get into this video of the best and worst foundation to cover up lupus scars or lupus rash. It's gonna be the title or something like that. But without further ado, let me get into. Okay, so I'm gonna separate it into 3 categories. One is gonna be the very ultimate best that I love so much, and I'm gonna tell you the price points and everything. I'm no beauty guru, so I have no codes or anything to give you. I'm just gonna tell you where I got them from. So first thing is actually 2 products are from the same place. Now granted, I've not tried all foundations, so I don't know what foundation will or will not work for you, because you know, like, I've never tried NARS, which I have tried NARS. NARS is good, but I've never tried Tarte Clay, but I heard it's really good. So I don't know all of those. I'm just saying from what I have in my collection, what I feel like is good and what isn't good, that can help for you, and some stuff to probably stay away from, depending on your skin combination. So let me get into that. I wanted to just really put that disclaimer out that, like, I'm no beauty guru, nor have I tried all foundations. So I really don't know if it's other foundations out here in the world that works. I'm just saying from my experience what works for me. So first thing is the Black Opal Stick Foundation, which is just a plain basic foundation. It is a stick, and I love it. It's very full coverage, and I have mine in, I want to say Heavenly Honey. Yeah, Heavenly Honey. So I use this one when this is one of the first foundations that I started. Butterfly rash. This is the first foundation that I use. Before I found out I had lupus, I started off doing makeup using Bare Minerals, which was very like natural looking, and I would get red every now and then, but I wouldn't know why until I got diagnosed with lupus, and I'm like, okay, this is a butterfly rash, like this is why I get red right here. And the Bare Minerals wasn't really cutting it because it's a very like power loose natural look, and this right here gives me that full coverage that I need. So I started off using this one when I first started really receiving bad butterfly rashes, but in the summertime it started to get a little bit heavy, and it was like a little bit too, I would say a little bit too much for me. And then I went over to this one, which is the Black Opal. It's the same brand, Black Opal. This is just the liquid Poro Perfecting liquid foundation. Again, this is in Heavenly Honey too, and these are like $11.99 and $10.99 at the local store. I found these at Myers, but I was back at home in Chicago when I bought these. So I've seen Black Opal in Walmart here, and I live in Texas now, so these 2 are relatively cheap, and I would say this one is more for winter and this one is more for summer, but they're both, I got them in the same color, and they're both full coverage, and they're amazing. Another beauty that I found that covers up my lupus rash like no other, but actually covers it up better than those 2, but this is a little bit more expensive at $39.99, and I got this at Ulta, and of course it's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place. It works amazing with my lupus rash. Like, it covers everything up, and it's so flawless, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And these 3 are going to cover up really severe rashes. So Granted, like if you have like a slight rash, is what I had this morning, which is the foundation I have on now, which I'm about to show you in my number 2 category. Is it works sometimes, but then it like doesn't work, so it's not technically bad. Like it worked today, but I had a minor rash, but I've had really bad rashes, and I tried it on and it didn't really work. And I also have normal skin, so I don't have like oily skin or combination skin. And I've seen reviews for this product for people who have oily skin and they hated it, and it honestly makes my skin really dewy, because like this is what I'm wearing now, and I put on a matte finishing spray, and it still looks like oily. It makes my skin look a little bit oily, and that is going to be the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. It's relatively new, and it's supposed to be like put under like 7 light conditions, and it's supposed to be like A1, which it is like really pretty on camera. I got the color caramel. What I will say about this, if you have oily skin, I wouldn't necessarily use this, because this makes me feel oily. So I know I have normal skin, so I know if you have oily skin, it's gonna make you feel like even worse, because it's just really oily. Number 2 is that I got a shade lighter than what I am, because when it oxidizes, now it's the same skin tone, but when I first originally got the darker skin tone, well, the one that actually fits my skin, when it oxidized, my face was so tan, and everything like this up was tan and the rest was like light. And I'm really light skinned and I have really big breasts, so a lot of shirts expose my breasts even when I'm not trying to. So you was able to see the clear like right when I stopped blending. So I had got a shade lighter, because the way it oxidizes extremely like dark. So I got a shade lighter, so when it oxidizes it get dark. But if you have oily skin, I would probably stay away from this one and go towards this one. Or if you're trying to stay in the same price point, which this is only $5.99, and I got this one at Walmart. If you're trying to stay in the same price point, though, you're better off trying to get one of these two if you're more of an oily skin versus getting this one. But if you are normal to dry skin, you will like it, but it doesn't cover up like major rashes. So if you have like a slight breakout, this would be perfect. But if you have a full-blown breakout, it's not gonna work for you. The last but not least category, which is only one, which is the foundation that I used this morning, the foundation I got in my Ulta, which I love. When I bought this foundation, I love this foundation. It was only today that I've ever had a problem, and it was because of the rash. And when I put it on, it was still so pretty, but you can still see the redness through it. And I don't know if this is it's supposed to be moderate to full coverage, so maybe I just didn't put that much on, and it's a natural matte finish, which it does everything that it says it does. And this is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation Plus Concealer. Now I love this foundation. Like, I've worn it several times. I've only had it for about 2 weeks. What color do I have? I have color 21 Cream Caramel. This is the color I have. When I get this color, when I use this foundation, I normally don't use concealer or anything like that, because it is literally everything. But when it comes to a butterfly rash, it does not cover it out. And I think as it might have so much red tones to it already, it feels like it has so many red tones that it just kind of like made me look even more redder, I guess you can say. Like, it was very weird. It worked really good with everything else, like, but this morning it did not work, and I applied it the exact same way and did everything the exact same way, and it just didn't work. So if it works for you, leave some tips below. Maybe you've used it and it worked perfect and you had to add something to it, or if you mix foundations, which I know a lot of people do, like mix foundation normally. If you have to mix like 1 or 2 foundations to get that like look, let me know, because I'm willing to try that. Because like this morning I was not feeling makeup. This is why none of this is done, because I had to be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning, and like I said, it was like 6:30 and I was not feeling it. And so I like put some foundation on, and I put this one on at first. I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. And then I had gone and put this one on. Well, let me twist it. This one on, and I was like, okay, this does it good. And then that's what made me come to like, dang girl, I I need more makeup to cover up my rash, you know? So thank you guys for watching my video, taking the time out your day to check out foundations that's best for butterfly rashes. I hope this helps someone. I looked it up and I was like, girl, ain't nobody made a video about this. Like, girl, I have real issues with me having lupus, and yeah, I needed to like be that one person, I guess, to make this video. But thank you for watching, and check you out later. Bye.